We have new developments in a tragic story out of Texas this morning. An 11-year-old boy in Houston shot and killed while playing Ding Dong Ditch, where he was running from house to house, ringing doorbells with his friends. The suspect now charged with murder. His new mugshot on your screen. NewsNation's Xavier Walton joining us with more details on this case, the arrest and the murder charge. Xavier.
Hey there, Marni. Truly a tragic story. The man you're seeing on your screen is 42-year-old Gonzalo Leon Jr., arrested and booked into Harris County Jail, charged with the murder in the fatal shooting of who we now know, obviously, 11 years old. His name, Julian Guzman. Detectives conducted, this all happening over the weekend, really late Saturday night into the wee hours of the morning on Sunday. So holiday weekend, here's video from the scene. But detectives, they say they conducted a thorough investigation, identified Gonzalo Leon as the suspect in this incident. Then the Harris County District Attorney's Office, the DA's office was consulted, and then the suspect subsequently, he was charged on Monday, Labor Day. So this was yesterday, and then this morning, just within the last couple of hours, we learned of who he was, what he was charged with. We now know that is murder, and then he was booked into jail. Harris County court records show his address matches exactly where this happened, exactly the scene you're seeing. As for background, police say this young man, this 11-year-old boy, and some friends were simply playing Ding Dong Ditch, ringing doorbells in this East Houston neighborhood. And this was the aftermath. This was the end result. You see him here backing up. We're also told that he was questioned. Leon, the suspect in charge of murder, was questioned and then, went back on his way, released, if you will, until yesterday, where the DA felt that they had enough evidence to charge him with murder in this case. But again, when you see this video and you just you see the picture there of the suspect that we've been talking about, hundreds, thousands, millions of people have played this Ding Dong Ditch game, this prank, and unfortunately, it is now turned deadly. Should also mention, during a search warrant, police recovered, firearms, plural, rifles, plural, inside of his home. So certainly an ongoing investigation, and more to come when he'll make his initial court appearance.
I know it's early, Xavier, so you might not have this information yet, but any indication as to whether or not this suspect had a criminal background or any other prior incidents in his past?
And that's something everyone is going to be looking into. Good question. And, right now we are just getting, his name, his picture, and this is where the real work begins. Not just for obviously us, journalists, but you got to think too, this is an 11-year-old boy who was just having a harmless prank with some friends over the holiday weekend. You got to keep in mind, school just started. And this was in a community he lived in. So now you got to figure out, all right, so this 11-year-old boy is dead. His family's completely crushed. This gentleman you keep seeing on your screen, the suspect who has now been charged with this murder, what's his relation? Did he just come to the door? Was he afraid for his life? And we know that this young boy was shot several times in the back as he was running away with his friends, because that's a part of the game, and that's what witnesses told investigators. But as far as his background specifically, we don't know, and investigators are going to be looking into that. Obviously, attorneys and that sort of thing moving forward. We're trying to figure out an exact initial court appearance date for this week, and we're told that it'll likely be on camera. We'll be able to hear, or at least maybe see, some of that, because there's going to be enough public interest with this just tragic story.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.